Shane was first born, we were so excited. It was a very quick labor, and he was in a hurry to get there. A half hour after his due date, he came into the world. So he was in a hurry to get there, and he was just perfect and tiny, and we just expected to take our little boy home, just like we did Lucas, and start bonding as a family. On the first day afterwards, he was tested for hearing loss, and he referred, is what they call it, which is the same as failed, on one ear, and they passed the other one, and they told us that it was just fluid in his ear because his delivery was so fast, and that they would retest before we went home, and that most babies fail the first time. And then they retested the next day before they let us go home, and he had failed in both ears. And so they told us that he needs to go have an extended ABR test.
I think any parent in that situation is hopeful at that point that this is all a bad dream and that they're going to do this test and there's going to be some miraculous outcome, that they're fine and they can hear fine.
Almost the whole 3 hours, the woman doing the test didn't really say anything, so we were just watching monitors. And then at the end of the test, she turned and looked at us and said, "Your son wouldn't hear a jumbo jet. He's profoundly deaf in both ears." And so we went home with him, and I very clearly remember sitting on the couch enjoying him, and I just started crying, and I thought, what if he never hears me say "I love you" to him? So that was very hard, and that was how the first couple months went.
I mean, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. We were depressed. We both were hit with a ton of bricks, and we didn't know what to do or what to expect or where to go or who to talk to, or we didn't know anything.
Finding someone that is positive about your child's options for sound and the hearing journey made a difference in our whole outlook and our thoughts on what Shane could achieve and what Shane will achieve. It's been one of the most influential parts of the journey.
So we met Shane and his family early on, and he has a couple of parents who truly understand the importance of hearing. And for their young son, they saw early on how important this connection was going to be. Shane, like many children in his situation, in fact, had everything ready to go except his inner ears. A simple twist of fate did not allow his hair cells, those very sensitive structures in the inner ear, to pick up on the vibrations of sound. But with our technology, we can bypass that link and provide sensitive hearing.
We started talking about cochlear implants pretty early with the Lundies, but we really didn't start the evaluation process until he was about 6 to 7 months old. For Shane, it looked really good. His anatomy looked really, really good. It was totally normal. And so he was a candidate for a cochlear implant in both ears. We decided to implant him sequentially, so one first and then the other 6 weeks later.
We knew that we couldn't find a better surgeon than Dr. Niparko, that he has years and years of experience, and that we were very blessed to have ended up on this path.
I mean, the man has literally written the book on cochlear implants and has more implants under his belt than anyone else in the nation, so we couldn't be luckier.
When they first stimulate, it's a long appointment of a lot of tones and being unsure if he's even hearing them, because there's a lot of points that he didn't respond. I mean, we have over an hour of footage.
And we all had cameras going, and my eyes just fixated on Shane with my phone in my hand with the camera on.
You got it back on?
Oh.
Did you hear me say that, Jamie? I said something to my little boy, and his head shot around, and you could tell he heard. And so all the anxiety and the worry up until that point really just kind of melted away with that one.
These lips make that noise!
He's, a year old and hearing for the first time, and it was exhilarating.
We implanted the second ear about 6 weeks after his first ear and have just turned him on, and he responded to stimulation in that ear very well. A few times he gave us a nice big response, which we count as a head turn towards a toy that he enjoys.
The one thing we say about Jamie is not only does she care about Shane, but you can tell she truly loves Shane, not just as a patient, but as a person.
You know, we expect that he's going to hang with his hearing peers, beginning very early in his school experience, and learn how to be cool and all those other critical developmental sort of phenomenon that occur with American kids, and he's going to be a regular California kid.
There aren't enough words to thank Dr. Niparko for the gift that he's given to Shane through his education and his expertise. he is not just a surgeon, he cares about his profession and advancing the hearing world for everyone, and we are so grateful.
He's an extraordinary man.
To say thank you, I can't think of anything else.
Oink, oink, oink. Oh, I'm sorry.